Welcome, world, to the Fat Podcast, FATT, Fellas at the Table. I'm your host, Lemar Wilson. What's going on? I know it's been a while since I jumped on this, trying to get things all in order, but definitely got it all situated. Wanted to make sure that the right content was getting put out. Try to find the right people. Got a good lineup coming up soon. So, tonight it's just me on this one, just doing it. But I definitely wanted to get one out to y'all. Something's been heavy, something's really been heavy on my mind. And hope everybody's doing good. Before I jump onto this, again, this is the Fat Podcast, Fellas at the Round Table, FATT. Guys, so something's been on my mind lately that I've been seeing, and I think that's what's affecting us, this generation. It's just that generation curse. That generation curse that I think that we're dealing with stuff that we didn't get resolved when we were younger, in our teenage years, some in our 20s, some, even when we were younger. I think there were some things that just didn't get resolved, didn't get answered. And now that, some things is just coming back up. And it's affecting us. It's affecting us in the way we handle things, the way we think about things, the way, how we handle our parenting, our relationships, our business, our finances. Like, there's so much stuff that plays a part with, just how we were raised and, what we were taught and what we saw. I think that the biggest thing, just even with myself, I grew up in Astoria projects, 3-bedroom. It was 7 of us, no father. And I didn't see a lot of fathers in my friend's life. It was less than a handful, And growing up, what we saw was, we saw violence. We saw kids playing around. We used to play basketball in the garbage cans. We used to, play tag or manhunt or American Eagle, all this stuff, and then as we got older, we started seeing, young, our friends have babies, or our friends start smoking, then start smoking weed, and then, selling weed, and it went from there, and I think that, you had to have a very strong mind. You had to be very strong-minded to get past that, And my mom always kept me close. My mom always kept me close to her. I mean, I have 3 other brothers, and but with me, she always kept me close. Always kept me in a bird's eye view. Like they'll say, just because of. She knew what was out there, She always made it very clear, like, when you go out, if you're gonna be late, you text me, And that I never understood that, because it's like, oh, well, I gotta text you, makes me feel soft. But I didn't understand till I got older. It wasn't to make me feel. It wasn't for me. I was thinking I was feeling soft, but to her, it put her at ease. Just sending that. When cell phones started coming about, or just hitting the payphone and say, hey, mom, I'll be out late. I'm so-and-so doing this, boom, boom, boom. Am I right? Everything okay with you? Cool. When my mom got diagnosed with diabetes, I took that serious. I would call her, hey, mom, I'm good. You good? You need anything? Cool. Boom. And it stuck with me. But, now that I look at, some of my friends and some of my family members now at this age, I'm in my late 30s. I see a lot of us is still dealing with stuff that we were dealing with when we were younger. We're still dealing with abandonment from our fathers, abandonment from our mothers, not having friends, or, being let down, or not really be able to count on someone, not be able to talk to someone. Like, these things affect us in ways that it's so hard for us to really open up to a stranger. And when I say a stranger, I'm talking about someone that brand new came in your life. Y'all from two different worlds, and for that person to really understand you, it's hard for you to open up, because you were taught not to be soft, not to act like a baby, dust it off and keep going. And that messes with you. That really messes with you to a point where it's like, at what point can I say it hurts? At what point can I say, like, yo, like, really, this really got me? When can I cry? Is it only at funerals? Because that's what basically it lined out to be, where only time you should ever cry is when someone dies. And that's not the case. And so we hold so much stuff in. Like I said the other day, like, I remember just telling someone, like, I have learned to make peace with people and the things they do. I have learned that. And someone said, well, that's great that you're able to make peace around you, but you haven't made peace within you. And I just was like, wow. So now I'm taking care of my internal and my external, because it's not fair internally, to just be like, I'm really not cool with it, but let me just go, because all my life I've been like that. Like, there's things where, if you were going to the store with your mom when you were younger, before you got to the store, your mom put that disclaimer, like, when we go into the store, don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask me for nothing. But then as you got older and you start having your own money, you want to go in the store and you want to buy whatever you want, do whatever you want. It's because now you have control of that. But now, you have kids. Now you're saying that to your kids. And back then, you thought that was wrong. But now you're setting the tone for your kid. So you're just repeating the cycle. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't put a disclaimer, because some kids could wild out. Kids go out. But what I'm saying is that we need to explain to our kids why we're saying don't ask. We're just going to get this. That's it. We're not doing the shopping like that. Like, we need to really explain why not to ask. We don't have to tell our kids I don't have money. We don't have to tell them that. We could just say, hey, we're just coming to get these couple things, and that's it. Like, we don't have to tell them we don't have money. But what we do have to tell them is that we have to explain to them why don't ask for them, because we just have to pick up this. We're going shopping for this couple of things. That's it. Because you have to understand something. What our parents said to us, what our grandparents said to us, what our guardians said to us, it planted in our heads. And then what we're doing is taking that seed that was planted in us and planting it in their head. And just think about the times how you felt when it was said to you. And then when you got your first piece of money, what you do. You get what I'm saying? So, like, we have to really change. We have to unlearn and then relearn ways, and get yourself around people. Get yourself around value people that's moving different than the way we were taught or what we seen. Because it's one thing that we want to do something better, but we don't know how to act on it. And if we learn how to act on it, the generation curse, is broken. And if you have to look at your surroundings, if you know who you're around, what you expose yourself to, like, it's just not right. Get around the people that is right. The way you thinking, you know what I mean? I don't really like thinking like that. I don't like really moving like that. So, let me, move this way. Are they going to say you change? Yeah. Are they going to be on your back? Yeah, whatever. But listen, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to break that generation curse in your parenting, in your marriage, in your relationship, in your health. Like you owe it to yourself to break that. Like my mom got married, got a divorce, but she was married. She got, 3 beautiful kids, got a divorce. I don't want to be like that. Like I come from divorce. So why would I create that scenario again? As much as marriage is hard, it's also challenging. It challenged you to be a better person, not just for your spouse, but for your parenting, for your when you walk out the house, for your coworkers, your family, your friends, the way you look at life, the way you handle life. So to me, I find it where we have to unlearn to relearn stuff. If you come from divorce, look what was wrong and fix it. Don't do what they do. Like that pride thing doesn't get you anywhere. That ego thing doesn't get you anywhere. Oh, well, I grew up, I don't wash dishes. I was raised, no man should wash dishes. They shouldn't pick up a broom. That's a woman's job. Who said that? Who said that? That show me in a book. Like y'all work together. Like the thing is the craziest thing is where you'd be surprised how many men come to me and say, oh, I need help with my marriage. I need help with my relationship because she want me to start cleaning. She want me to start helping around in the house, but I'm working all the time. And I'm like, let me ask you a question. You like making love to her? Yeah. If there's 10 things she got to do out the day before she go to bed, and she gets to all 10, and you think she ready to lay down with you, and she say she tight, you think she just making a lie? Yeah, nah, she should be tight. Okay, the chances of her not being tight, if you could take off some of that weight off her, of her not being tight, why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to do that? It's really that you have to have each other back. That's what I want you to understand. Back then, it wasn't common for that. Like I've been in countries where men are not supposed to pick up the broom. Like women would get slapped, get beaten for doing that. For seeing a man grab a broom or wash a dish. I've seen it. We're not in that generation anymore. We're not in that time no more. We need to pick up the broom. We need to wash the dish. We need to help with homework. We need to go food shopping. I promise you, like tonight, my wife and I, we were talking about picking up some stuff for the house that we need, some groceries. And she was like, well, I might have to go tomorrow and pick this up. I got to adjust my schedule. I'm like, I went and I checked what time the store closed. I'm like, oh, you know what? Store don't close for another 2 hours. I'm going to go get it so you don't have to worry about it. Then second, while I'm out, I'm going to go fill up your tank so you don't get stuck. See, I drive to work. So I'm in my car. I could go pick up gas anytime. And my wife is a stay-at-home mom. So why would I leave this house knowing she only has like 90 miles left till her tank is on E? Like, let's think out the box, guys. Let's think out the box. It's time to stop thinking like back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Like, that's old school. That's old. Come on. Like, we out here, we still out here just, nah, that's a woman's job. That's a man's job. Come on. Like, we got married together. You walked down on the same aisle I walked down. You get what I'm saying? So for you to be like, nah, I walked down, you was already there. No, I walked down the same aisle. So this is what I'm saying. Like, we have to break that curse. That curse is killing us. That curse is stopping so much greatness in our life. It's because we are so stuck in our own ways of what we were shown, what we were taught. And we have to change that. We have to prevent this from continuing with our kids. We have to set new seeds in their life. This is what marriage is like. Hugging and kissing, no fighting. And we have a disagreement, we take it in the room, or we don't show them, oh, well, I make all this money, or I work so hard. No, set the memories. Set the memories, plan vacations, plan trips to the park, movie nights, or whatever it is. Start putting those good seeds in your kids. Start putting those good seeds in your relationship. Start putting those good seeds in yourself. I promise you. Like, this is not something it's going to affect us. If you don't deal with it now, you're going to deal with it when you're in your 50s and 60s and 70s and so on. Let's deal with it now. Let's get it over with now so we don't have to continue this. We should not be in our 80s dealing with stuff that we still haven't got resolved when we were 16. It's the craziest thing. The craziest thing. We're still dealing with that stuff. This is what I'm telling y'all. Like, we have to break this generation curse. It's killing us. I'm watching so many people every day. I tell myself, when I wake up in the morning, how can I break this? When I see my kids, I love them. Make sure I tell them have a good day at school. I love you. Tell my wife I love you. When I text her, I love you. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I'll tell them 1,000. I tell them 10,000 times a day, so they know. End of the day, this man loves us. I'm tired. I'll break my back to make sure that they don't have to worry about nothing. I don't let my pride or my ego get the best of me when it comes to my family. And I'm asking you, I'm telling you, and I'm challenging you. Change your habits. Change the way you think. Change the way you move. Change the people that's not helping you. I'm telling you, they dragging you down. They dragging you. I'm telling you, I'm challenging you. From this point on, I'm challenging you. Change the way you think. Change the way you move. Change the people that's not really for you. I'm telling you, I can't say more than I can't say it any better than that. Once I started moving different, my life became different. I'm being so honest about that. And those, it's so important for us to have that new mindset, because that new mindset will have a new life, new finances, new lifestyle. But it's up to you. Me, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I'm just trying to get better, and I will get better. I want you to get good. Then you get better, and you pass that along to the next person. Then we continue the cycle. Can't bring the 80s into the 2000s, the 70s to the 2000s. It don't make no sense. So I'm telling you guys, really, I'm telling you, from this point on, we are breaking the generation curse. We're breaking it. It doesn't exist no more. We're done with that. We're done. Let me jump into I got two sponsors on this episode today. First one is Bye Bye Belly. It's a 30-day results. Bye Bye Belly. 30-day results. This will help you All right, guys. I have seen it. I have experienced it. Listen, you will lose weight as long as you stick to the plan. You got to stick to the plan. You can't just be like, well, I tried it. It don't work. You didn't stick with it long enough. You got to put the work in. That's the only way it's going to work. You will start seeing results in the first week, 1 to 3 pounds, if you do the work correctly. All right. I have tried a couple things. I have tried a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. I tried a lot of products, just because I'm on my real health, just because I want to live as long as I can to ignore my kids and get on their nerves. But this is not a detox tea. Okay, this is not a detox tea. This is a juice. This will help you. You want something that you can, it tastes good. You got different flavors. I promise you guys, you'll start seeing results. In 30 days, you'll see results, all right? Now, listen, I'm going to hook you up right now. I want you to reach out to my homegirl, all right? Digi, okay? I know it's Carolina, but what I want you to hit her up, okay? Hit her up, call her, or text her. Number is 321-333-4579. Right now, or her Facebook, okay? Facebook.com/buy_belly with DG. That's DIGGI. All right? Listen, hit her up, okay? Hit her up right now and just hashtag uplifting minds or hashtag fat podcast, okay? FATT podcast. She's gonna know that I sent you and she's gonna hook you up. All right, you look at lower that cholesterol, that maintain that blood sugar, suppress like your appetite. You get the munchies and stuff like that in the middle of the night. I know me, I get the cereal and stuff like that. I promise you, you do it right, you're gonna live right. Stop the cravings and everything. So remember, bye belly, okay? Like, get right for the summer. Summer's coming. Summer's literally right around the corner. We outside. Hashtag we outside. I promise you. Listen, hit my homegirl up. Tell her Lemar sent you. Hashtag. Let's not use uplifting minds. We're gonna use the Fat Podcast. FATT. All right. My second sponsor for this episode. All right. ABW Insurance. This is my boy T. Russell. Tyrell Russell. Listen, I know him for over 20 plus years. All right. When I tell you, I will not tell you something that I would not do myself. Listen, if you're looking to get help with life insurance, car insurance, medical, whatever it is, anything insurance, anything that involves insurance, I'm telling you, listen, I need you to hit him up. Email him, trussell@abwinsuranceGroup.com, or find him on IG, ABW Insurance. All right. A better way to insure your life for your essentials and your assets. All right, guys. So 2 sponsors on this episode. All right. Bye Belly and ABW Insurance. Guys, get yourself right. Get yourself right. Get your family right. All right. You want to stay healthy. You want to put insurance on your body. The 2 things you cannot get back. Once you damage your health, you lost your health. And if you don't secure it after you leave this earth, don't leave your family with a bill. Get yourself in front of Terrell. He's going to point you in the right direction with the right insurance for you and your family. He's going to hook you up. Tell him the Fat Podcast sent me. All right. Again, T. Russell at abwinsuranceGroup.com, and tell them the Fat Podcast sent you. All right. All right, guys. So I don't want to keep y'all on this too long. I definitely wanted to just jump on here and just express myself about this, the way we're moving on lately. So what I got coming up is got a couple interviews. So you'll be seeing those. So if you're following me on IG, it's I am Lemar Wilson. Twitter, same thing. Facebook. So you should be able to see all my videos, my YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to it, go check that out. It's Lemar Wilson. Also, couple events coming up. July 17th, I'll be speaking at Speak to the Nation. So that information is out there right now. So you can get that information on my IG, my Facebook, Twitter as well. Next thing, got interview with choices and options on May 28th. Next event I'm doing is DBDS on May 30th. I missed one. Dear Brothers and Sisters on May 27th. I'll be speaking there. Another speaking engagement, I'm at the Success Chronicles on by the time you hear this, I probably have done it. It's on the 24th. So I got a good lineup to end May off. So really looking forward to that. Other than that, getting ready for this summer. And my birthday's coming up in July. Okay. No, I don't have Cash App. You don't need to Cash App me. But what I do need from you is for you to pull out that greatness in you. Outside of that, guys, it's your boy Lemar Wilson saying thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Fat Podcast. Fellas at the table. Next week, I will have my boys back on. Just wanted to jump on this. I've been letting the weeks go by, and it was really burning me up. And I know I got some loyal fans that really like listening to the podcast. So my apologies. I was on it earlier this year, but definitely look out, because I got some surprises that I'm gonna be doing new, and to make sure that this podcast holds up to its name. All right, it's your boy Lemar Wilson saying the Fat Podcast, fellas at the table, is more than just fellas talking. It's a lifestyle. All right, peace.